Xbox will be receiving more platform updates for the Xbox Series X and S sooner rather than later. So with the release of the Xbox Series X and S, it really brought a big advantage and a big gain over the last generation from the Xbox One with just the overall speeds, things like quick resume, the SSD, enhancements with backwards compatibility. It was just overall a big step up. And obviously there's still lots to come. They're going to have to continuously update the console, and it looks like we're going to be seeing more of those updates sooner rather than later. Now, before we get into this any further, if you guys are new here and you enjoy what you see throughout this video, you think it's entertaining and informative, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow so we can have some great conversations in the comments below. Now, this comes by the way of Jason Ronald, who is the director of program management at Xbox. He was on the latest official Xbox podcast talking with Larry Herb, and he was talking about the exciting things to come with the Xbox Series X and S, and how since it was released between then and now, they've kind of taken a step back. They've wanted to listen to fan feedback. They've wanted to see how the console is functioning in the wild. And Jason Ronald talks about this, saying we've got a lot of really exciting things that are coming down the pipeline over the coming months and over the coming years. At launch, we say it all the time internally, this is really just the beginning. Then he goes on to say here, we really are excited as we get further into the year and closer to this holiday to start sharing more of the details about what's in development and how you can really take advantage of these next gen platforms. So that's interesting. I'm not sure what he really means there by saying what's in development, because as we know, the big hitter coming out in the holiday season is going to be Halo Infinite. So I don't know if he's referring to other games that we haven't seen yet and how these games are really going to take advantage of the Xbox Series X and S, or if he just means more features coming, maybe more games coming to Game Pass, stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure, but that is interesting and exciting to keep an eye on what he means by that. But one of the big exciting things that we can expect in the near future, actually I made a video about this recently, and apparently this announcement may be coming on February 17th, and it is with the enhancements to backwards compatibility, specifically the frame rate upgrades. If you remember, they had a showcase showing Fallout 4 getting an automatic frame rate upgrade through the Xbox Series X and S from 30 frames per second up to 60 frames per second. Now that's a pretty big thing, because getting that frame rate unlocked for games that are locked at 30 frames per second and need a developer's patch to have them hit the 60 frames per second is going to be an awesome feature going forward. Now, in terms of fan feedback, Jason Ronald also touches on this. And as we know, Xbox, Microsoft, they really do listen to fan feedback. I mean, what happened with the Xbox Live Gold, although the initial decision that they made was a terrible decision, it shows that they did listen to fans and listen to the outrage and uproar, because they reversed that decision. I think was like under 12 hours or so. So they're definitely listening to fans for what they want to see improved with the Xbox Series X and S. And it looks like one of the main features that they will be focusing on is quick resume and getting that quick resume experience to work on all games. Quick resume, when it first launched with the Xbox Series X and S, although it was an awesome feature and when working, it was really improving your overall experience on the console, it did not work on all games. In fact, some games had to get it removed, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but then eventually it was re-implemented. And I'm guessing that there's still some games that don't have it re-implemented, or some games that don't work with it. I know me personally, with the majority of stuff that I'm playing right now, quick resume is functioning, and it definitely improves the overall experience and quality of playing on a console. Another thing that needs to be fixed as soon as possible, and it's great to see that they are looking into this, are the reports of controllers disconnecting from the Xbox, and they're looking to be making improvements to broadcasting and sharing as well. So this is all great stuff, because there have been instances where the Xbox Series controller just randomly disconnects from the Xbox Series X and S, and the only way to get it connected again is to actually hold the power button, I think for like 10 seconds to restart your Xbox. Then that's an issue. It doesn't pop up that often, but when it does pop up, it's very annoying. So I'm really hoping they fix this as soon as possible, and then they're going to have improvements for broadcasting and sharing. I mean, me personally, I use that middle button on my controller all the time to take screenshots and to take videos. I think people are having issues, or they want to see more improvements to actually sharing that stuff on social media. So far for me, it's worked fine, but they're going to be adding stuff to that. And then finally, one thing that I'm really happy to see is that they are going to be adding updates to the Xbox mobile app to bring missing features like achievements. Now, this is something for me which was pretty annoying, because I believe previously they had an Xbox companion app on your phone, and you were able to see so much information about achievements, about stats with games on that app. I don't know if it's still around. I do not have it on my phone because it got uninstalled when I installed the new Xbox app, but they took away features like achievements. So it's great to see that they're adding that back in, because all the time I just want to go in and I want to check my progress on a game. I want to see what achievements that I'm looking to get, how many achievements are for a certain game, what is the total amount of achievements for a new game that comes out, stuff like that. On my phone, it just makes it so much easier than having to actually go into the Xbox. So all in all, this is awesome. It's great to see that they are listening to fans, that they are continuing with the quality of life updates in a timely manner. I think that's a big important thing, especially in the first couple of years of a console. There's always going to be software issues that pop up. There's always going to be issues that fans report, and it's really important for the companies to listen to the fans in order to make these upgrades so that you have the best possible experience on the console. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What enhancements do you want to see on the Xbox Series X in terms of quality of life updates to the console itself? What announcements do you want to see sooner rather than later? If you could have one announcement coming in the next couple of weeks or so, which one would you want to see the most? And are you happy with the response that Xbox has currently been having with fans and what they are reporting as issues with the Xbox Series X and S? Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and you liked what you see throughout the video, you found it entertaining and informative, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow and help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.